Okay, if you traded today, perhaps you noticed a lot of sideways, things not following through, a lot of failed ideas. And so one thing I'm trying to latch onto for our chat room is to just focus on stuff that has passion behind the move, because you really got to have volume today, especially in the summertime. There's low volume summer trading. Market makers can have a field day moving things all over the place. However, when you get something with a move like Visa made here, then you've got plenty of volume and it's less apt to be, kind of whipping you out. Okay, so Visa, these are 5-minute candles. This is the opening candle today. Let's see, it opened at 77.96 and put in an early high of 78.09, sold off. And anyway, it didn't even have our attention till it made this huge pop here. Nice volume. Then did a secondary pop. And so then I had Visa on my radar. It wasn't even on my radar initially. I might have not even seen it until the secondary pop. And I certainly wasn't going to chase it. So as we always do, we focus on low risk setups for our members. And then, I still said, it's a little too crazy. I don't want to go long, I don't want to go short. But then when it did this third pop, massive volume, I said, okay, it's time to start focusing on Visa for a short. And called it at, I think, 83.17. Not positive my drawing tool's working here. 83.17, somewhere around here. Worst case stop high of day was about 60 something cents above, which it seems kind of wide, but on an 80 something dollar stock, not so bad. And from 83.17, this thing fell almost $3. So then it makes that 60 something cent stop seem negligible when you get a $3 fall. So, but you notice we had the volume, we had the passion behind the move, and then we had the what I deemed the irrational move. And using a technique I teach, 83.17 was the short with about again 60 something cent stop. Worked out pretty nicely. I have one other one to share with you from today, and again, nothing was. You see how things just meandered around, low volume. Looks like it's breaking down, pops up. Things, almost all stocks were doing this today, but then all of a sudden we got a passionate move here in Continental Airlines. This is the opening candle. This is some of yesterday's trading. Excuse me, 5-minute candles. Another thing we teach is whenever you get a nice sell-off and then a failed bounce. Okay, let me try to zoom in on that area. When you get a failed bounce, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to chase this short, okay, but when you get the failed bounce, another technique that we teach, then I have no problem calling it short. You see, when it bounced, it only bounced up to here. This became our short idea. Even though it's already fallen like this, it seems like chasing. The beauty of this setup that we teach is the shorts here and the stops here only a dime above, and this thing fell 50 cents in our favor. And of course, as we teach, okay, the dime risk was only a dime per share risk until we start paying ourselves. Okay, so really 5 minutes later, we're putting a little money in our pocket and then going to a break-even stop on the rest, worst case. So once we pay ourselves, which was probably 2 or 3 minutes into this, after the short trigger right here, 2 or 3 minutes later, putting a little money in our pocket, and then we can let the rest do what it's going to do, and we know we're going to kill the rest of the trade if it comes back up. And then as it falls, then you say, you know what, I'm going to cover a little more, put some more money. And then you get another leg down, and you say, you know what, I'm going to cover a little more. So even though it was only a dime risk per share, it was really only a dime risk per share for literally 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're to our break-even stop. And that's the way I teach people to trade. Put a little money in your pocket if the trade moves in your favor at all, and then worst case break even on the back half or back 2/3 or however you want to split up your trade. You'll have very few losing trades if you do that, and the losses you do have will be small. And another thing I'm teaching people to focus on is any trigger, any kind of setup that you play, if you get a nickel or more in your favor, even if you don't pay yourself. Okay, let's just say Continental moved a nickel in our favor and then reversed and came back up. Okay, once we have a nickel on paper, even if we don't put any in our pocket, because I like to get a dime or more if I can to start paying myself, but if it moves a nickel in your favor, comes back to break even, kill it. Nothing wrong with 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 flat trades in a day, and then you get you get a Visa or you get a Continental that works like this, and you've got a couple nice big winners and a bunch of flat trades. There's nothing wrong with that either. So very difficult low volume trading right now. So I mean, my best advice is wait for the no matter what kind of setups you take, wait for the passionate moves, okay, where you've got volume, and then take your trades. You'll be much more successful than trying a bunch of low volume stuff and getting whipped out of everything. All right, have a good night, and we'll probably make a couple trading videos, post them on YouTube this week. So have a great night, and we'll talk to you later.